They say history remembers kings and warriors. But this story is about a storm born in the wild heart of the steppes that swept across continents, crushed empires, and redrew the map of the world forever. It had no mercy, it had no equal, and at its center stood one man, a man the world would come to call Genghis Khan.
Welcome, travelers of time. Today, we journey into the rise of the Mongol Empire, the greatest land empire the earth has ever known. It began not with cities or kings, but with scattered tribes, hungry for survival, and one leader whose vision turned chaos into destiny. This is the story of how the world bent its knee to the Mongols. In the vast, wind-swept steppes of 12th century Mongolia, a boy named Temujin was born into hardship. His father was poisoned. His family was abandoned. Hunger was his teacher, survival his only friend.
But in that cold silence, a fire began to burn, a fire that would one day forge an empire. Temujin learned early that strength wasn't just muscle, it was loyalty, strategy, and will. He united broken tribes through sheer vision, rewarding men by merit, not birth. And when the dust settled in the year 1206, the tribes of Mongolia bowed before him, calling him Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. A new force had risen, and the world had no idea what was coming. The Mongol army was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Every warrior was a rider, every rider a weapon. They struck with terrifying speed, riding hundreds of miles a day, their composite bows singing death from horseback. Their discipline was unmatched. 10, 100, 1,000, every man knew his place. Their intelligence networks spanned nations. Their tactics adapted to every enemy, from Chinese walls to Persian deserts.
They used deception like art, fake retreats, false alliances, psychological terror. Cities surrendered before a single arrow was loosed, for they knew resistance meant annihilation. This wasn't just war, it was calculated dominance. Genghis Khan's conquests began with the Tanguts and the Jin dynasty, then rolled through Central Asia like thunder. When the Shah of Juarez dared to kill his envoys, Genghis unleashed fury that turned cities into ashes. From Samarkand to Bukhara, the Mongol banner rose over ruins. And when he died in 1227, his sons and grandsons carried that fire forward. Ogadei stormed Russia and Eastern Europe. Subutai crushed armies 10 times his size, and Hulagu Khan rode west to burn Baghdad to the ground, ending centuries of Islamic golden learning in a single week of flame.
From Korea to Poland, from Siberia to Syria, the Mongol Empire stretched farther than Rome, Persia, and Alexander combined. Then came an unexpected calm, Pax Mongolica, the Mongol peace. Where the sword had conquered, the law now ruled. The Silk Road thrived again, guarded by Mongol watchtowers. Traders, scholars, and explorers like Marco Polo crossed from Europe to China under one empire's seal. Paper, gunpowder, and the compass moved west, while gold, glass, and medicine traveled east. But this connection had a darker shadow. On those same roads traveled the Black Death, a plague that would claim millions, perhaps the empire's cruelest legacy of all. After Genghis came the Creks, The empire was too vast to hold. His grandsons fought each other for power, splitting the Mongol world into 4 great khanates: the Golden Horde, the Ilkhanate, the Chagatai, and the Yuan in China.
Each grew apart, adopting new faiths, new cultures, and new ambitions. By the 15th century, the Mongol storm had quieted, but its thunder still echoed across the continents. The Mongols changed the world. They opened trade routes, united continents, and reshaped nations that still stand today. Their military genius became textbook strategy, their brutality a warning, their ambition unmatched. And at the center of it all remains one name: Genghis Khan, the shepherd who became a storm, and the storm that became an empire. This was the Mongol Empire, the storm that conquered the world. If this tale of fire and conquest moved you, hit like, share, and subscribe, and join us again as we uncover the empires that shaped history and the legends that refused to die.